Hello everybody, how are we all today? We are here, of course, it is time, I told you about it last week, where we are here for the wonderful Kubera One Last God, obviously. As always, it's a Friday, we're here for this, picking up where we left off on last week's video with chapter 324. Probably stream for about an hour and a half, the usual length, go till 3 o'clock my time-ish, roughly. And then, I'll probably do what I usually do in my free time, which is play games. And record some stuff every now and then, because that's what I do. But yes, I hope you're all having a good time, you've had a good day, or, well, if you're in the UK, will have a good day, because it's, afternoon. It's quite early. Chat might be a bit big, but whatever, it's fine. But yes, I hope you're all feeling wonderful. But nonetheless, I've got a frog in my fucking throat. Jesus Christ. I'm almost out of water as well. I've started the show off on a great note. I will at some point have to go and reacquire hydration fluid, as it were, for making sure I get through the stream without, dying of thirst. But yeah. Been a little while since the last Kubera stream. 2 weeks was when I got back from Japan, was the last one. Obviously we did the video last week. And since then I've been, I've streamed the Season 1 of Tower God twice. Very good, very, very good. You should definitely go check those streams out if you haven't already, by the way. I highly recommend them. Because, well, they're just good. It's Tower God Season 1. It's the best shit. But yeah. Anyway, let's do what we're here for. And that is Kubera. Let's run it. What? Are you planning to go with her? There are a bunch of Astra beside the Kinara. It's not an easy situation even for me. I know that. But I promised I'd protect her. I should keep my word. Plus, I've had many chances to interact with Aravada as the active king, so I know her. She wouldn't just join hands with the Astra after sending me the message about Utah. Then what? The Astra figured out everything somehow and managed to arrive sooner than us. Betrayal from a high-rank Kinara with access to the pertinent information would be more plausible. Either way, Aravada isn't behind this. I don't know your relationship with her was built on such profound trust. That's an overstatement. It's just something that got built over the years. Yeah, it's probably more like millennia. Millennia is probably a more accurate statement. Saying over the years makes it sound like, yeah, we've known each other since, like, the high school days, It's just what it is, but really you've known each other since the dawn of fucking time! Right? That just really... You're saying what, you're saying is an overstatement. What you're saying is an understatement of something that's built up over the years. It really just makes it sound like, yeah, it just kind of happened, a little bit here, a little bit there, nothing crazy. We just, like, had a chat every now and then when you've literally known each other since, like, for literal eons. But okay. Okay, Taksaka. Okay. What? Gods don't have something like this? I assume there would be more trust between you guys than me. After all, you guys pushed her over the edge to eliminate the real one. Mm-hmm. Scan said over many years. Still, saying over many years still just sounds like an understatement. They've literally known each other since, like, the dawn of time. There or thereabouts, right? They've known each other for literal eons. It's like, yeah, it's over the years. Over, a handful of years, many years, We know each other since childhood. Yeah, it just does not... It does not bring into context the scale of how long they've actually known each other. And there were no apparent troubles following the incident. Since when did you? Well, I think I noticed it before Vritra did. So Vritra knows too. Don't worry, Vritra has no passion whatsoever left in him to do anything. And I'd never bring this up unless I'm with those who were directly involved in... Okay, that's good. That's fucking funny. Yeah, this is a tightly kept secret. I don't bring it up around it. Fuck. Don't think about killing her, does it, per mouth? Very funny. Well, Ty probably subbed a lot, so maybe for him it hasn't been that much time. Yeah, probably. Dragons do sleep a lot, so it probably hasn't felt like a very long time for them. But obviously, in the context of how much time has actually passed, it is absurd. But I do find it really funny that they put, literal eons into the, just over the years. Nothing serious. Just casual. It's just like friends, we just go to the pub every now and then, we have a chat. So, it's actually, we're close friends. It's so funny. I always find it really funny. I'm sorry. It's something that's been circling in the sewer realm as a rumor. But just don't add to it. Nothing good can come out of provoking Indra any further. Understood. She just found out something she had no right to know. Season 3, episode 324, N20, 10. I've been really enjoying this arc. I mean, the description of the stream says it, literally outright, but I've been really enjoying N20 as an arc. Like, it's been really fun. This arc's had some really good moments so far. Genuinely, it's a really solid arc. God, I really need to get a second mono. I'm thinking about buying a second mono. There's just me stuff. I bought a new chair. It hasn't arrived yet. It's going to arrive in about a week or two. Just because of shipping and all of that faff. But I've been getting a new chair, so I won't have this pile of fucking shit that doesn't stay at max height, creaks all the fucking time, and, well, it's starting to wear on the seat. But, yeah, that'll be nice. Got a new keyboard as well recently. But I do really want a second one. I'm probably going to get a vertical one as well. Just so that I can make the most of the space I've got. And then I won't have to have chat on the same screen as the Webtoon. I have this really awkward setup where I can't click anything on my main monitor without losing the ability to see chat. But hey, nonetheless, let's run it. Let's carry on. Yeah, that's how my life's going. I mean, the funniest thing, when I got back from Japan, I got a paycheck for my holiday pay, and then I immediately spent all of it. Like, I immediately spent all of my because I actually got 2 holiday paychecks when I was away. I got one right before I left and one, like, the week I got back. And I spent the one that I got back immediately. It's like, chair, keyboard, gone. And some other faff. I bought a game as well, but we don't talk about that. Keep it on down there. Nobody needs to know that I'm spending money on games I haven't actually got around to playing yet. Shh. I've been busy playing Monster Hunter, alright? Monster Hunter Wilds is so good. That's how it is. It's too quiet. Oh wait, oh no, it is value. I didn't expect it to be this easy getting to this point. I know the route relies heavily on traps for security, but I still expected to see a few guards. See? I told you. Or if I'd have left the route clear just in case No, go away, Siri. I never said your name. This is the thing. More tangents. My Siri. Like, you've heard me say Siri multiple times just now, and that hasn't triggered it. But whatever I just said here, I think it was the C, right? That triggered it. But me saying Siri doesn't trigger it at all. It's absurd. Just buy whatever makes your heart flutter. I mean, fair, yeah. I don't have to worry about bills or a car yet, so I kind of can just do that, you know what I mean? Like, if I can, all of my income is disposable, within reason. Some of it needs to go into driving lessons, and I do pay my parents a bit of rent as well. But I don't have to pay bills, I don't have to pay a hefty sum of money for rent, so 90% of my income is fully disposable. So I can just spend money on whatever the hell I want. I probably shouldn't, although I say that I do have a couple of grand in savings to buy a car, so I can just spend whatever, because I have the money I need in the bank to get a car, which is the only real big expenditure I have to look forward to. And then, I mean, as long as I don't really drop below a grand, I don't really care how much money I spend, right? I like to work in increments of I save and I don't drop below a certain amount, and then I build up a bit more and I can spend a bit, but I don't drop below a certain amount, and I keep building money that way. That's how I was able to go to Japan, or just at the drop of a hat, because I'd saved money sensibly. That's genuinely how I work things. But I do have I actually have a fair chunk in savings, which is good to know, which is good, but that is all going on a car. Because cars are fucking expensive, especially insurance. Looking into it, it's like $1.50 for insurance for my first car, because it'll be my first year driving, which is miserable. If it wasn't for that, the insurance wouldn't be really expensive, but it would be worse. Like, some of the people I know that are like 18, their first year insurance was like $2.5, $3 because they're 18, whereas I'm 22, so my insurance is actually lower because I'm older, and that makes me more responsible. Which, I mean, yeah, it does, but really does it? Depends on who you are. But by the by, we're here for Kubera. Well, I hope you're right. What? It was all rocks until a second ago? We're close. I can sense Yuta's presence within my range. There's also a 5th stage Kinara at the gate. I guess she did station a guard. This must be a new addition to their trap collection. It seems to deactivate itself only when someone's stepping on it. It's like the inverse of a landmine. It's a trap that's active unless somebody is stepping on it. That's interesting. Where do you think it's more likely to be attacked by the enemies? The rear end. The path leads to a dead end, so the 5th stage guarding the gate should be it. Should be there, I imagine is what that's supposed to say. Then it makes more sense that I stay behind, but can you take on a 5th stage? Are you kidding me? This isn't the human realm, you know. Good. Just try not to kill them. A 5th stage Kinara is a rarity these days. Let me return that statement to you. Even if the Asura approach you, just scare them away. As far as I know, Ravana is digging for a justification to make Asura kill you, so don't fall for any tricks. So, can you let me in? But only without proper guidance. So you can let me in, but only without proper... What? You can let me in, but only without proper guidance. That's peculiar. It'll be like taking you straight into the deepest part of our stronghold. I think I've cooperated enough by letting you inside and guiding you up to this point. Don't you think? So you're suggesting that I go on without guidance, into your stronghold that must be guarded with items of all sorts? You must think I'm a fool. I do love Ravana. She's a lot of fun. Hey, you guys, will you go figure out the route and come back to guide me? They're treasured not only by me, but also by Asura. I'll trust there are no traps deadly enough to kill them. There are traps all over, but they're all deactivated. Do they normally keep them deactivated? Or did Ravana's threat work its magic? Wait, there's someone there. Share my vision to check it out. Share my vision? What? That's Taksaka, the dragon who fell head over heels for a human and lived together until the day he aged. Oh, wait. Oh, I recently met that half-dragon Kasak. He's Taksaka's son, right? Ravana hates his guts. He went through the roof and started attacking, all for insulting some dead human. Ravana lost one of her favorite Nastika that day. Well, I mean, you insult man's wife. Man ain't gonna take that down, lying down. Like, get a grip. I heard he was overwhelmingly powerful. Like, there are 9 Nastika, including Ravana, but they still didn't stand a chance. I do love this. That actually just sounds like straight up gossip. That's uncanny how much that just sounds like high school gossip. That's incredible. Nah, the rumors were fake. That rumors. I love that I'm changing their voices every single dialogue box. My repertoire of voices is very limited. Well, I say very limited. How many characters do I voice in this fucking series? It's like several bajillion. Okay, chill. Leave me alone. Ah! Nah, that rumor is fake. He was foolish enough to instigate when he couldn't even take on Ravana one-on-one. He just didn't know his place. He only made it out alive thanks to Asura, because he stopped Ravana from killing him. Why? I'm literally is every fucking dialogue box. Why? To preserve the Dragon Clan? If you're curious, this event with Taksaka Ravana took place at the end of the finite. I assume not the chapter within Kubera, but the novel, the prequel novel, I presume. Right? Not the in-universe, not the story chapter that we've read that took place with, was it the arc before this? I think it was. Or I might be tripping. I think it was the arc before this. Surely, I think it was. But yeah, I assume you mean the novel. The prequel novel, not the arc within the webtoon.
Dragon Nest Tika being extremely rare is all in the past, you know.
Yeah, no, thought so. Makes more sense, because I don't remember seeing that in the webtoon. So yeah, of course.
I mean, if they needed to be preserved, then does that make the poor god have that nearly went extinct?
Then what does that make the poor girl have that nearly went extinct?
You see, that's why Asura can't be anything more than just her breeding partner. Agreed. If he really loves her, he could let someone like how could he let someone like Taksaka walk away after what he did to her? Now that we're on the subject, how about we step up to take Ravana's revenge?
Yeah, that sounds like a brilliant idea. Just fight, this sounds like a brilliant idea, doesn't it? Yep, they just go fight Taksaka. Sounds like a great idea.
Even if he's inferior to Ravana, he's still a second-in-command dragon. We're not his match. He relies heavily on his transcendentals to cover up for his weak bodily combat skills, so we'll just have a good chance if we ambush him in our certified stealth mode. Who told you that? Ravana did, a while back. Her hands were tied because of her position, so... My beloved children, you're able to take my revenge, right? Ravana really said that. Yeah, she said she didn't feel comfortable asking Nastika since they tend to be more loyal to Asura, and hoped I'd be different as I'm her blood relative and a direct subordinate. But of course, this is between me and her, so I won't push you guys if you feel reluctant. No, we'll go with you.
Ooh, what's this about? This, and then this visual effect. There's something at play there. There's definitely something at play with this, 5th stage. Very interesting.
How could we let you go alone? 3 of us should be better than just one of you. Honestly, though, I'm scared of the consequences. Why? You think we'd lose even when we stick together? Not that. I'm talking about getting punished by Asura for murdering the second-in-command dragon without his permission. Oh, I guess we're leaving Ravana out of this. Of course, we can't let her take the fault for it.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, you're doing this for her, so it'd be a bit weird if you let her take the fall, you know?
If we're gonna do this, we're taking full responsibility for it. Too bad we can't certify any bigger because of all the obstacles. We're good as long as he doesn't notice our stealth mode. Let's not waste time and get to it before he picks on something. Now!
I mean, he literally immediately looked at you.
Ha! What's this? He was done for before you guys even got to him. I could have done this alone. I chickened out at the last moment. I thought he looked as if he knew we were coming.
He did.
I always knew it, but you're so audacious. I guess that's why you've always succeeded in assassinating Garuda. There's only a trace of him left, but we gotta go through.
Hello, Corey. How are you today? Welcome, welcome.
Guys, was it always this roomy in here? It kind of feels empty all of a sudden.
No, it was not always roomy in here. You've pissed off the second-in-command dragon. That's really cool. That looks so fucking cool. What the fuck? That's so dope. Well, that's actually so dope. What the fuck? That's sick. Look at him. Brother man's so cool. That makes such a good phone lock screen. Like, look at that. That's dope. That's actually ballin'. What the fuck? Yeah, the panel is sick. Again, that makes such a dope lock screen, like home screen for your phone. Bro, that's dope. I actually genuinely am really tempted to make that my home screen on my phone. It's really cool. Like, what the fuck? Oh, what's this? I see you've entered our territory without proper clearance. I know you've helped a great deal in designing our stronghold, but taking advantage of that knowledge while jeopardizing our trust. Ravana was the one who sent me an envoy requesting me to let Kubera Lees know that Jatayu was here. Not only to me, but also to Hanuman and Taksaka for that matter. Regardless, her invitation was only extended to Kubera Lees. Do you think it makes sense for me to have Lees go in without me, knowing that the Asura have seized the place? You shouldn't have let things get to this point if you wanted my trust. Rules are rules. That human standing next to you is the only person I'm allowed to let in. And so, that's what I must suggest you agree upon. And if I insist, then it'll have to be over my dead body. His, like, certified form looks very different. Like, especially when we compare it to Shess, who I think is the only other certified, Gennaro we've seen. He's like a horse. Like, Chatan looks very strange. He looks like this big rocky man. Like, he doesn't look like a mammal, which I think is what Kinara are meant to be, right? He looks very strange. Like, yeah, humans are mammals. Okay, so I guess him looking like a big rocky man makes sense, right? But, like, you know what I mean? He doesn't look like Shess does, despite him having a relation to Shess. You know what I mean? Well, in the fact they're the same clan. So it's a bit weird. Like, Chatan's certified form. Also, I feel like it doesn't line up. I guess it lines up with his headpiece. But, like, he's got this... I don't know, it's just... I feel like there's a disconnect. But maybe this isn't his true certified form. It's just what he does. God value. Yeah, fifth stage, I suppose, yeah. And Shess is a... What? Shess is a fourth stage? If I remember? Fifth stage look kind of human sort of form, yeah. Think of Maruna and Sunfighter, for example, yeah. Sona was the outlier there. I assume Sona's the outlier because he is Chaos attribute and that makes him funky. I suppose you're right, yeah. And Shess is a fourth stage, if I remember correctly. Unless I'm tripping, and maybe he's third. But I think Shess is fourth, right? Am I right? You'll let me know.
God value, don't you think it'd be better that I go in alone to save time? We might buy the Asura more time to catch up to us if we fight here.
But you never know what kind of dangers lurk behind that door. He is fourth stage. Thank you, thank you. Though I think Kari said Chatan's sort of form doesn't stand on two legs. I'm not sure that. I mean, it doesn't look like he does. Right, you look at him. It does look like he's using his front arms as legs. Like, kind of like a gorilla. You know, using the front arms as support. It does look like he's almost ape-like in design, as opposed to traditional human, as it were. As far as I know, they've set over 100 traps in there. Who knows how many of them are activated?
I really appreciate your concern, but I think I better go myself. It wouldn't be right to kill a 5th stage Kanara without knowing for sure what their stance is.
She's from the future, so if that's what she believes, then... Fine, go on. But remember, don't stray from the middle path, and go slowly. I'll be right behind you. I do like his face. It looks like a helmet. Like, he looks like he's got, like, a knight's helmet on. Season 3, episode 325, N20, 11. Do you really have to do this? She already went in. Get out of my way if you don't wish to die. Iravata wouldn't hold you responsible for giving up in a fight against me. I think you should mind more about what's happening in the back. What? I guess you were too focused on me to have missed it. Sense it for yourself. Damn it! Taksaka! I thought I warned you enough! Well, it was an automatic fight response to an ambush. I suppose right away, I stopped right away. Wait. Oh, this is Taksaka speaking. I stopped right away since you warned me and all, but I think one of them is a goner already. But like I said, they lashed out at me first with a clear intention to kill.
How would we even dare to attack you first? This is unfair. You killed one of us out of nowhere when all we were trying to do was figure out a path for Ravana.
Lying bitch. If only you were the one that died. This is probably what you were intending to happen, isn't it? You fucking scum.
That's right. My sister didn't do anything wrong. Oh, we didn't do anything wrong. We only tried to kill him and now we're lying about it.
Fucking scum. You're the boring Asura. You're the boring Asura, because you're just blatantly lying, right? The fun Asura are the ones like Kura who fuck around and lie about things that might not actually be lies and are deceptive. You're just straight up lying, right? There's no fun here. You're boring. You're a boring Asura, okay? You give the Asura a bad name. You two are giving the Asura a bad name. The fun ones are Ravana, Asura, and Hura. They're the fun Asura, okay? You two, boring as fuck. What the heck are these bastards saying?
My insight doesn't work on those two. They picked them for a purpose. They could be telling the truth, but if they're lying, it's so I can't use my insight to justify Taksaka's attack. This was planned out from the beginning, either by Ravana or Asura.
Was that girl able to meet Yuta? Can I get out of here now?
No, not yet. I still need your help with...
Where do you think you're going after all this mess? Oh shit. She is a mouthful now, I suppose.
Where do you think you're going after all this mess? I guess today is the day the infamous Taksaka dared to cross the line and harm one of our 5th stages. Aravada! I know that dragon is a good friend of yours, but I hope you'll leave your little friendship aside and testify to us everything you've seen today. You should have gone through the main gate. Don't you think it's disrespectful to our relationship to sneak in like this?
I wouldn't if it weren't for the swarm of Asura. Vayu, you should go in first and help her.
Oh, so someone is in there already. Who? Is the primeval god or something? I wonder who's making Taksaka and Vayu take all these actions. Whatever. Aravada, you said I could go in, right?
Aravada, you must stop Ravana from going in.
I'm staying out of this from now on. The Asura showed up with their army and intimidated me, and you snuck in behind my back and created this mess. I don't care whether you guys fight or go further inside. You can do whatever you want, as long as you do it here.
There are 5 Nastika, including Ravana. There are 2 5th stage Rakshasa, and a bunch of 4th stages. I should minimize the casualties from now on so I can justify the death of the 5th stage I killed earlier. This is tricky. I guess I'll have no choice but to let some of them pass through. I'm liking this, this for showing internal thought. I like this. Like the new bold text. It's very nice. I am really liking this. I like the shadow, but the drop shadow behind it. It's very nice. Very nice visual effect to distinguish. It's very, very nice. Very, very nice.
It was so quiet in here that I thought this place was completely separated from the outside. I guess not. God Vayu, is he finally fighting that 5th stage? I guess I should keep looking for Yuta for now. Yuta! Yuta, answer me if you can hear me!
I mean, you currently can't speak.
That sounds like a swarm of bees approaching. Don't tell me the Asura are already close by. No way. I gotta get to Yuta before... Darn it. I got reckless out of a hurry. I should move slowly as God Vayu said. Yuta? Yuta! The sort of return transcendental seems useless, and I can't cut them with its blade either. Wait, if it's designed to detain Yuta, then anything of chaos attribute could be useless. Then how about... Okay, I can at least push them away, but they come right back. I'll need to hit much harder. Nice, they stopped. Guess an earthquake is somewhat effective.
I love that she can just cause an earthquake. Tiara from the Scandination group hated it because she's the one doing the redraw. Oh, fair. That's fair. I imagine, yeah, like, this, like, having to replace the Korean for this must be a fucking nightmare. I get it, because it's not just in a box that you can just put a box over and then put text back over. You actually have to get rid of the text and redraw everything. But yeah, that must be miserable. Visually, from a reader's standpoint, it's very nice, but I guess from the if you're doing the redraw, this is miserable.
Yuta! 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 Yeah! Even earthquakes work only temporarily. I gotta find a way to get to Yuta while they come to a halt. Huh? Wait, wasn't it this tree? Oh, it's that one? I'm still gotten confused. No, it's here. I'm over here, Lise. It's no use. The trap is making it hard for her to see me.
Push first on earthquakes and the names of transcendentals from the bracelet she used here. Webtoon actually kind of skip that in the dialogue. Unlike the Webtoon translations who just write over the Korean text. Real. Bro, I can't believe that they do that. That's so low effort. Unbelievable that the fucking official like Webtoon translations just write over the old Korean. They do the bare minimum. It is just shocking, isn't it? Absolute joke, really.
I had a bad feeling about the noise coming from outside. Further delay could be detrimental. But if I drain all my vigor to free myself, I'll be driven by hunger and attack Lise. What's the point of getting stronger? It takes a few traps to render me this helpless. Would you like my help?
Who the fuck is this?
I can cut that thing, you know. Mother? No, that's not her. Who are you?
I am the you. Before you got trapped in that body. Oh god. It's sad. They get paid to do this, but do a much worse job than with worse translations and months behind the Korean. Yeah, it is a joke, right? The people that do it for free and out of passion, do it for mostly free and out of passion, do a much higher quality job than the people that are paid to do it and probably do it as a full-time job. Well, probably not full-time. I imagine Webtoon hires freelancers that don't actually have a full team that do this. They probably just hire individuals every now and then. But still, it is a joke. It is absolutely a joke. But yeah, hello Kubera Shadow Ananta. How are you? Welcome. I'm not a Syrah, so suppressing Surification doesn't affect me. Suppressing regeneration? That doesn't matter. I don't need that eye. Ignoring the lousy rules of this inferior universe. Just eat and destroy everything you see. You can do it. Just eat and destroy. There you go. That's who you really are. Everything you worked so hard to protect, bound to that worthless flesh, has no meaning. Now, open up to me. Find your true self. All the wretched things in this world that kept you oppressed in a cage deserve an inevitable demise. No, don't do it, Yuta. Don't give in.
Yuta! Get it together. This pause caused by earthquakes won't last long. You're okay, right? I kept calling you, but you just wouldn't answer me. Yuta, you're awake? Yuta, say something.
And here comes Ravana. I wonder, do you think after that little moment, Yuta might have gained a little something from the annihilation that is within him? The end of the universe. Don't let the intrusive thoughts win. Indeed. I hope he doesn't, but I feel like they've slipped in just a little bit. It's like Ran with the voices. Ran with his schizo voices, you know? We've got two main characters now that have a schizo voice in them that is kind of probably going to end up being a serious detriment to their mental health. Yeah, run with the all of the previous universe people, and then Yuta with, well, the end of the universe. By the way, in the blog to this episode, Kogam answers a bunch of dumb questions, and the Korean readers get very angry at Koro for stupid reasons. Hella annoying to read. Like what? Are they annoyed that she's answering questions that are just stupid and that she's paying attention to people that are being dumb? Or are they annoyed at her answers? Because if they're annoyed at her answers, they can fuck off. Right? They can just fuck off. Are you even a Kubera character if you're not possessed by something? I suppose that is very true, isn't it? Not sure if it's clear before, but Ravana's partial Sura form is a swarm of bees, not a single creature. Yeah, I've picked that up. But it has like thousands of voices in her head. Yeah, you got Brilith with that. I suppose the gods probably aren't schizo, right? The gods aren't schizophrenic. Probably. They just seal away all their stuff at the top. Whatever the top really is, you know? The gods probably aren't schizo. So there's probably some people that aren't possessed by something. But then again, they probably are possessed by something. The blog discussion for this episode, I think, was mainly people nitpicking some dialogue from the Finite novel. Is it people just being like,
this doesn't actually match up with what was said here, Curry. What's wrong? Why are you doing this?
Imagine a shit like that. Right? Which, I mean, I suppose you could argue there's an argument for, but at the same time, fuck off. Fuck off. Right? Just shut up. There's a genuine... How old is the Finite novel? Because there's probably a reality where the Finite novel is older than some of the people making those comments. Right? There is a genuine probability that some of the people making those comments are younger than the Finite novel. Right? Which is really funny to think about. Like, I get people wanting super coherent consistency and nothing to contradict anything. And Kurogami is incredibly good at that. But nobody's perfect. Good Christ. How long has this series been going on for? Chill out, man. And things can be retconned. I read Tower of God. Things are retconned all the fucking time. Even from the stuff we've seen in canon, that stuff even gets retconned. Let alone stuff that was said in blog posts by SIU. Jesus. Be grateful. Be happy that you've got something this perfect. Right? I get the argument, but also just shut up. Quit whining. Yeah, not adding some super extra info in the webtoon and not writing another Kubera novel after the webtoon and stuff like that. Just fuck off. Just shut up. People, look, I get it. People are really entitled. There's nothing you can do to stop them being entitled, but Jesus Christ. Grow up. Curry's goated. If you want more from Curry, there's something wrong with you. She's doing an incredible job. Anybody that thinks she's doing anything wrong needs to grow up. Needs to get a grip. Get a job. Right? Okay? Seriously. Jeez. Honestly, I'm glad I don't read the blog posts. I don't even know where to find them. But, like, geez, that would piss me off. Gah. Just SMH my head. SMH my head is all I've got to say on the matter. And I'll probably leave that there, otherwise I will just bitch and whine about those people. Now, you know what? I'm annoyed at them even though I haven't read the comments. It's not even things getting retconned. It's more that readers misunderstood what happened in the novel. Is it actually... bruh. So it's not even Curry changing things or not including details. It's actually just readers being wrong. Imagine that, being so entitled that you're mad at the author because you are wrong. Despicable. But I mean, such is people. Now it's as queer as folk is a very old saying that really rings true here. And not queer as in like LGBT, queer as in strange. That's what the word originally meant. Right? Unusual. Abnormal. Right? Nothing's as strange as people. Right? That's what the statement means. Jesus Christ. God. Anyway, enough negativity. Let's do something good and read bloody Kubera. Here comes Ravana. Thank goodness. They're traps to defend from air raids. If they're injured by them, then... Yeah, but this is Ravana. Regeneration is like her strong suit. Oh, this isn't the first time we've seen cracks in the bracelet.
Don't worry, it takes more than that. More than this for it to crack.
Does it? It literally looks like it's cracking now. Also, did Yuta's gaping hole in his chest always look that big? Is it just me, or has Yuta's gaping hole gotten bigger? And like more ominous.
You know it's best that you don't intervene, so we can protect the future that we came from, right? Those bees, they all have similar sizes and shapes. Then they're likely to be certified parts of Ravana than ordinary Rakshasa. I should have heard her gibberish by now if it really was Ravana. Honi Kubera! So this silence should mean she's too busy fighting right now. Then I should wipe them out before her main body shifts attention to us.
Yeah, it's bigger and black, not red. I thought it was different. Yeah, I think the annihilation has gotten in. I thought it was. The Sword of Return has a power to neutralize natural generation, though, so Ravana would have to use skills to heal. True, very true. But the traps won't be effective against it, is what I was getting at there. It wasn't Lisa's stuff, it was the traps I was more suggesting weren't going to be particularly effective. They would just marginally slow her down. But yeah, thank you for the clarification. I probably didn't. I definitely didn't remember that. I do forget a lot of the details of things, but hey, can you blame me? There's a lot going on in Kubera, and I have only read it once. I probably should have gone for a reread after I finished Season 2, probably. But when I catch up, I definitely will sit through and read Season 1 and 2 again in my own time. What? Yeah, that crack is very defined on the bracelet. That is worrying. Because it doesn't have a crack when Lise originally gets it, so that's peculiar, isn't it? Interesting little detail.
Then, I should wipe them out before her main body shifts attention to us. By fighting Kubera!
Season 3, episode 326 and 2012.
Wait, the Asura are here already? You should hurry and go in, Kamadou. Ravana pushed through with an army, but Aravada was the only one strong enough to deal with them.
But I'm sure tied to some things myself that keep me from acting freely. Plus, this is our stronghold, and Ravana will need to justify today's actions to Asura. So they won't cross the line all the way, but leave once they get what they want.
And then last time we saw it crack like that was when she tried to tell Agni and Brilith about the time travel. Yeah. Also, I don't know who this Kanara is, but she looks like Lutz's assistant. You know, the Yaksha. Not Yaksha. Fuck's sake. There's probably a relation between her and Lutz's secretary, whose name escapes me, for fuck's sake. I like her as well. She's a good character. Fuck's sake. I'm actually irritated. Was it also cracked when Asha wore it? I'm not sure. I don't know. If you're not sure, you're expecting a lot from me to remember. I've desperately got to get a reread in. I've desperately got to get one in. I'm finally doing it for Tower of God. And Tower of God's not even anywhere near as complex for as Kubera is. And I still need one for Kubera. Kori says in the blog post that that the Rakshasa is Chetan's sister. Oh, I see. They're very contrasting, aren't they? Chetan very dark and gloomy, and she's like, you know, yellow, or very bright color scheme. They contrast each other quite a lot.
How can you be so sure? King Aravada! I guess you left the stronghold to visit the Asura. At a crucial time like this.
No way.
Ravana acted as if she knew Taksaka would be here.
You sent an envoy to Taksaka, so if anything, that's how the info should have leaked.
You think so? But that's odd, because...
Not only his sister, but she has the same parents as Chetan. Now, I'm going to nitpick here, and that is what siblings are, but I assume you mean both parents are the same. Not just same Nastika parent. Right? Both. So they are directly blood related. They're not like half siblings, right? They have both parents are the same is what I'm assuming you're getting at there. Right? Because having the same parents is what makes people siblings, right? If one parent was the same, they'd still be like half brother, half sister, right? I love nitpicking. It's a terrible. It's probably one of my worst personality traits, but I love nitpicking. I'd probably be one of those people in the blog post, wouldn't I? Fuck's sake. I just like, but it's only with like language. I like nitpicking language, English language, despite me hating English language as a subject. Like I just despise studying English language as a subject, but I love nitpicking the English language. I'm an enigma, really. I'm a mass contradiction. It's very strange.
That envoy wasn't sent out to call Taksaka in.
Oh, brother got a 4D chest. Well, Shess and Tachana are brothers, but they have a different father. Same with Maruna and Yuta, brothers with different mothers. Yeah, I knew what you were getting at. I just felt like being an ass. I hope that's fine. I knew what you were getting at. I just felt like being a cunt.
My order was to go to Vayu, Taksaka, and Hanuman, and ask them to let a particular human know that Jatayu was staying here. But oddly enough, Ravana had no idea about that human, but knew that Jatayu and Taksaka would be here. And that's just as much as you knew, Kamaru. I guess you never expected Taksaka to serve as an envoy himself. Did you automatically assume my message would be to have him come here?
Well, you
tell me. Where's my king getting at with all this? Just cut to the chase, will ya? We got eyes, you know. What would they make out of this? Take care of this mess before it gets out of hand. I'll let your little funny business slide, but this will be the last time. Don't get others involved and come directly to me if you have a problem with me.
You know what, Aravada? That's based. That's absolutely based, Aravada. The fact you 4D chest him and then you're outright going to him, look, motherfucker, you got beef? Don't be a snake. You're not an Ananta, motherfucker. If you got a problem, you come to me. I quite like Aravada. now. Aravada is really growing on me as a character. And I despise that because of what she did. Like, OG Aravada was... I really liked OG Aravada. She seemed like one of the very few genuinely nice, good people. And then what Kinara did to her is despicable. And that's why I don't want to like Aravada. But she's a really good character. I really like Aravada's character. Fuck. God damn it, Korrigan. How dare you do this to me? That's one of the... I unlocked my phone right as I got a notification. That was insane. No, nothing important. Also, Comedy, you gotta work out. You're a scrawny motherfucker. Like, bro. Hit the gym, brother. Like, what the hell? You gotta work out, bro. Comedy, you slacking, bro? What are you so scrawny for?
Confront you directly. Fair enough. I'll see if I can find the chance, Iravada.
I do like that Kamado is like actively speaking out against her though, with the My King and Iravada being in bold. That's bold. I like this motherfucker as well. Is my monitor rocking? Okay.
Yuta, get out of there!
I don't think he has to be worried.
Yuta, I can't tell what state he's in. He won't talk and he seems so out of it. But he moves and dodges when I tell him to. The Yuta I knew would have stepped into a fight even if I told him to stay put.
Interesting.
I guess it's for the best. The Yasuo are the most hostile enemies even in N23.
Oh, Wiggums, no! Ugh. I've been hit with a fucking spell of hiccups. What do we, I can't remember what spell we agreed was the fucking Curse of Hiccups. It was, oh, fuck. Oh, no, I do remember. It's on the tip of my tongue as well. It was a Vasuki spell. It was like Sanyoga Vasuki. It was the fucking hiccup spell.
So revealing Yuta's full power against Ravana in N20 could lead to the worst case scenario. I can't let Yuta use his power. I gotta make sure that doesn't happen.
Yuta's probably now stronger than he was in N23, like after what's just happened.
This is God's values. He's gone already. He's not able to come and help because of the enemies outside. But this makes me faster, so it's good enough.
Why'd you come to me?
Because you'll be in danger otherwise.
What? It's annoying just playing defense. The one in danger right now isn't me, but...
We need to make Ravana focus on us, so she can't pay attention to where Lise is. Got it?
Oh. Comedy went in a little while ago.
What?
You must have just missed each other. Comedy said he wanted to help you, so I let him in. Yeah, Comedy wants to help Vayu, does he? Yeah.
You did what? He could be that traitor you were suspecting of.
He is the traitor you were suspecting of. Nah, even the seal that only Arivada has control of was broken. Yeah, because Arivada's letting him run free. As long as he doesn't... Well, I guess the condition for letting him run free is that he doesn't try any funny business again.
Comedy went in and Ravana didn't do anything. That's even more suspicious. Hey, you two. You really have time for all that chit-chat?
I'm sorry for presenting myself in such a mess, Comedy.
Didn't one of Ravana's certified parts do this? Were you that weak?
No, it was Vayu. Then Ravana pushed through a gap and got into the prison.
If it was Vayu, you could have just let him in instead of pushing your limits trying to stop him.
Only one human had been cleared for an entrance by King Aravada, so...
Jeez, aren't you stubborn? Then, are you gonna stop me from going in too?
No. How could I stand in your way? Go right ahead. Father?
Fucking excuse me? What? What the fuck? Okay. Alright. Oh! Okay, I take back what I said. Bro does not need to hit the gym. Okay. Bro's design for me just went from like a 5 to like an 8. Yo, comedy design-wise just went from a 5 to an 8. Whoa. He looked like a twink, and now he looks like a fucking Chad. What the hell? Too bad Chitana didn't get Kamadu's hair. Yeah, low-key, what the fuck? He's got Agni's hair. Like, he literally has Agni's hair. He was saying, yeah, that's why he looks like a twink. He's taking on a fucking youthful appearance. And to be fair, the outfit also makes him look like a twink. He's like, you know, the shoulder, the fact the shirt cuts off here and the sleeve, yeah, that he's literally wearing like femboy fit, but now he looks like a Chad. I'm loving the shirt over the top of the black shirt. Motherfucker, that's very nice. If I'm trying to look good, that's exactly how I dress as well. Bro, it literally has my fit. It's literally my fit. You get a black shirt, and then you put like another shirt over a long sleeve shirt over the top, or if it's summer, you put a short sleeve shirt, and then a long sleeve shirt, and then a long sleeve, like shirt like this underneath, and then a contrasting color short sleeve over the top if it's summer. That is drip. But if it's winter, you go for like a jacket or a long sleeve thicker shirt over the top. Again, the fit, I'm loving. Comedy, hell yeah. Man got drip. But man actually like cooking. What the fuck? Again, I do love that so many characters in Kubera do just dress like normal ass fucking people. Like they just dress like me. They've got like my fashion sense.
Not all of them, obviously. Like, Lee's, I don't dress like the women, of course. But the men, like, hell yeah. Although some of them do dress appropriately. I do like Agni. But yeah, as I'm saying, he's got Agni's hair. Like, outright, he just has Agni's hair. Like, the design and style is literally Agni's hair.
Kamadou? He looks a bit different, but he could have raised his physical age. In that case, I should remain vigilant, but not let my wariness turn into hostility, in order to save the year in 23 I left behind. Mr. Kamadou, I sincerely apologize for the way I entered your stronghold. I was summoned here by King Aravada, but given the presence of the Asura clan, the proper clearance process didn't seem plausible, and I just didn't see any other way.
I was told the Ravana's certified parts had infiltrated, but it doesn't look like the eye was used. Don't tell me all this was one human's doing. Or was it?
It's not something I could have managed on my own in N20, but Yuzu would have used the eyes to help me, so I can't explain this any other way.
Low-key comedy, one of the drippiest characters in the series. When he was introduced, I was looking forward to seeing him more, just because he looks so crazy. I'm not a big fan of the two-tone hair. The yellow and purple, I don't think are a great color combo. Right? I mean, they contrast, but I don't think they mesh well. The gradient on it's done well, but I'm not a big fan of yellow and purple together, personally. I do like that it matches his eyes at the same time, and the one horn's kind of cool as well. But, I mean, it's unique. It stands out. But I don't know how I feel about yellow and purple. I think the gradient and how the gradient's done makes it work. If it was just like yellow purple, it would look hideous. Or if the gradient was like not the way, if the gradient was done differently, I think it wouldn't work. But not my favorite color combo. But everything else about his design, I like. Also, I don't know if it's shading, but the darker part of his face for his nose and across the back of his chin, I do like as well. The chin, forehead, yes. This is the chin. God damn, like the bridge of his nose here. I assume it's shading, but if it's not, dope. Because I think it actually applies to the rest of his, even his younger form as well. But anyhow.
Yes, it was me. It was all me.
Is that right? Well, I'm quite impressed. In fact, I don't see why anyone would say you have nothing on Rao.
The gradient of the hair is similar to Ushas's, but with inverted colors. Yes, it is. I thought it looked familiar. I wondered why I kind of had, I did wonder why I felt like he looked like Dawn. And that makes sense. Why I thought he had, like, Dawn vibes. Because he has Ushas's, hair gradient. Enon, yeah, Enon's is good. I mean, Enon's is dyed as well, which is why it looks the way it does. I love that there's, I mean, Enon looks dope as fuck as well. I mean, he's just like, a Ran, like, alt color. Like, if it was a fighting game, Enon would be like a different color skin for Ran if Enon wasn't in the game. You know what I mean?
In fact, I don't see, oh yeah, I read that.
By the way, what's King Aravada's stance? There was a guard at the door, but I was still allowed in, so could I take it that she's not against us?
Who knows? I can never guess what she's thinking. She's told me to take care of the situation, but never gave any details. So I assume she'll leave it to my assessment. Let me ask you again. It was you who took down all of these Ravana's certified parts alone. Tatayu has been freed, so he could have used the eye to get rid of them, yet he just stood there and watched.
That's correct.
Tatayu, I want you to answer me. Very well. Then... Oh? Oh! Oh!
I'm wearing these shoes, but my arm got cut anyway?
Oh, 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 I didn't realize the horn went all the way back behind it. Oh, that's really cool. That's such a unique horn design. The fact it goes all the way behind his head and go, oh, that's fucking cool. You're just a helpless human without that sword. You stay there. Tatayu, this seems like the perfect opportunity to kill you. Unless you're fooling me, that is.
If you have anything to say, you better say it. Or else I'll take your silence as an affirmation. Why is this bubble out of focus? This text bubble is very faintly out of focus. It's quite peculiar. It's like very slightly out of focus. Why aren't you speaking, Yuta?
No! You can't kill him!
Season 3, episode 327, N20, 13.
Oh, what's this? Weren't we both keeping ourselves under control so as to not damage the Kinara stronghold? Does this mean that you're crossing the line first?
I mean, wind and fire work really well together.
The mighty god of wind. Indeed, look at the meticulous handling of the flame. And we can't hear a thing they're saying despite the close distance. That must also be Vayu's doing.
I bet they could also hear our whispers. Use the Sura language from a closer radius for anything important.
What could be so important except that? The Ravana standing right there is just a shell.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Ravana's gone on ahead. I know the bracelet remains mounted, even when her head and arms are severed. But she shouldn't be able to use any transcendentals other than self-regeneration. So what was that just now? How could a human cause such an earthquake this massive without an item?
I can't hear him. I'm dizzy. All this bleeding will eventually trigger self-regeneration. It'll be too late by then. The success rate is already low, so I don't know if I could pull it off in this state, but no, I've got to make it happen, no matter what.
Alright, did you already comment on how familiar the purple-haired Asura looks? You mean this one? Yeah, he looks like Hura, doesn't he? Like the face and hair. Bro is definitely like either Hura's dad or something, or mother. I don't know what gender this one was when, but looks Hura related. Like the skin, the eyes, the face, the hair. Like looks very Hura. Like the haircut, color, style, the face shape. The fact it covers one eye, it's very Hura-esque. But how did Lise do this?
Hody Osvins!
How the fuck you able to do this, Lise? You shouldn't be able to do that. You're triple Kubera. You're triple Kubera. How are you pulling this shit off?
Thank you, God Osvins.
How the fuck you do that? How did you do that? Have I missed something?
Kamaru's attacks can counter the defense of these shoes.
It's got this like black lightning. I wonder what Kamaru's attacks are, what its transcendentals really are. She studied for a while and holy spells can be used by it. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I thought I'd missed something. Because obviously your birth attributes affect the amount of uses of spells you have. Right? That's what happens. But she did say that she tends to fail that one. That's why Ran is... Oh, true, yeah, Ran can Holy Kubera. What are Ran's attributes again? Is he triple water? Or am I tripping? He's not, is he? Well, no, he must be if he's a priest candidate. He's triple water, right? Or am I tweaking? I mean, Ran also benefits because Ran's got Yaksha's high. He probably also has some light in him as well. What is the other attribute for Yaksha? Water, light, and sky. Those are Yakshas, aren't they? Or is it not sky? Or air? Wind, I suppose. What are all three of Yakshas? I know it's light because of the sun and water, obviously. What's the third one for Yaksha? Like King Yaksha, not the clan, but the king. Practice what increases the number of uses the most? Oh, okay. So just your birth attributes increase your base level. Okay. Again, fine details I don't remember the best. As you've just seen demonstrated apparently. Yaksha is so he's just like water. Oh yeah, it's Rakshasa that have 3 attributes, isn't it? Because they get Harleman is like wind. There we are. The Yaksha clan attribute is light, Yaksha's personal attribute is water. And then Rakshas have 3 depending on the parents. Because they inherit, obviously, the clan's 1. And then 1 from each Nastika parent. That's why Maruna is fire, light, and sky. Or air, wind. Because wind is the clan attribute. Fire from his mother, and light from Garuda. That's why Ryan gets screwed by arid weather at night in Abyss. Wait, yeah. Cool. Thank you. Thank you.
In that case, I don't have to worry so much about keeping my feet on the ground. I'm sorry, Yuta. I know you hate it when I use the sword in this manner. But I'm out of options right now.
But is easy GG during the day near the sea? Yeah, I mean, we've seen Ran fight in the ocean. Is sky not wind? Okay, thank you. So there is a difference between sky and wind. Okay. I thought they were the same. Great job, Self. Great job. I'm an idiot. Huh? Wind is the Kinara clan attribute, which is why they're close to Vayu. I see. Wind is Kinara, and that... Okay, cool. Interesting, I would have thought Kinara would have been light. Sky is Indra. Right, I thought it was lightning. I thought it was the lightning attribute, but sky, okay, yeah, fair. Okay, I see. Right, I thought Kinara would have been... The Kinara clan would have been light. But obviously, that's Yaksha. So, yeah. That's interesting. Because I feel like Yaksha would all, like, Earth, but then Earth is Ananta. I wonder what Korrigan's reasoning for, like, deciding the attributes for each clan is. I'd love to know the thought process behind it. I assume it's not entirely random.
Good for you, sensing me.
Obviously, there's a difference between Chad, Indra, and weak Vayu. Ooh, okay, Thalabol. Okay, sheesh. I mean, Vayu is a little bit of a bitch, right? Vayu is a little bit of a beta, right? Vayu, I get what you're saying, but calling Indra a Chad, I feel like I was giving Indra far too much credit. I mean, he's definitely got elements of it, but like, damn. Someone bigging up Indra? Crazy. But yeah, I do agree that Vayu is a little bit of a bitch.
Other parts of you would have lashed at me, instead of peeking like that, Ravana. Anyway, how foolish of you to throw your sword at me. How are you gonna stop Kamadou now? His goal is also to kill Chitai.
Whether I kill Jitsayu or not, I'll never join hands with you, Ravana. Because you are one of the nasty culprits who got my dearest Aravada killed.
What are you saying? Aravada is very much alive. I even spoke to her just now.
Are you playing dumb? Or did you also forget? How dare you forget after pulling the strings to pit them against each other? How irresponsible.
What the heck are you talking about? You're the one who gave me this information. You got me into this.
Oh, I'm a bit hungry. What the hell? I'll get some crisps, I think, after this stream. Very British thing to do, innit? Get some crisps. Although I wish I had something better in the house. You know, crisps aren't exactly good for you. I wish I had some, like, meat I could fry up. That'd be good. Oh, like some sausages. I like a sausage sandwich for lunch. Oh, that'd be delicious. I've had a pasty, but I had that for breakfast, and that was a couple hours. That was, what, like 4 hours ago now? 4.5 hours ago? So yeah, I'm a bit peckish. Oh, I could really go for a fry-up. Oh, I could really go for a fry-up. But we just don't have the ingredients in the house, and also, I would feel bad having a fry-up without my parents. You know, it's a family meal. But I could really go for a fry-up. I really want a full English now. Oh, sausage, bacon, eggs, hash browns, black pudding, beans. Oh, delicious. Oh, fried bread. I love a fry-up. Oh, I love the crisps aren't very good for you. Fry-up. But yeah, as long as you use butter and not like, if you use like butter or olive oil and not like seed oils, honestly, butter over olive oil and then olive oil over everything else. Fry-up's not actually that bad. It's very delicious though. Anyway, carrying on. Tangenting about fucking fry-ups. If you followed my advice and came here behind Asura's back, he'll hold you responsible for everything you did, and you won't be able to lead an army anytime soon.
Wait, so that's what you were after? You bastard. You'll pay for this. All of you. I'll make you back!
Death. Death. Well, hell, where'd everyone go? Where's only one viewer now? What the hell? Or is OBS lying to me? Where'd everyone go? Ah! Ravana won't get up that easily. She'll try to do as much damage as possible while she's at it before Asura gets here. Before Asura gets her. The danger will be real if you stay here. Well, I already confirmed that you're not willing to use your power no matter how threatening it gets, so... I guess I'll have to help you get out of this place. Boom. Damn. Comedy cooked, kind of cooked there, huh? Comedy kind of cooked. Well, how we hit 0? What the hell? When did that happen? What the fuck? Damn, look at the analytics on the YouTube studio. Very sad. Very, very sad. What the fuck? Why do I care about analytics? I fundamentally don't. I'm purely here because I enjoy the series. Right. This will probably be the last chapter for today. 15-ish minutes. I was gonna stream till 3 o'clock and it's almost 1:45, so yeah, with yapping in between, this will probably be the last chapter for today. Assuming I don't like breeze through it, which could possibly happen, but hey, who knows? But this will probably be the last chapter for this
This day here, yes, very good, sirs. We all happy with that?
What the fuck? Why can I? There we are. Just clicking into the wrong tabs. I was having a bit of a moment there. Oh, what's this about? Again, superfluous, pointless notifications. Who's speaking here? I don't know who's speaking here. Ravana? It's the grey bubbles. Kogub noted in the blog post that the last earthquake from leaves was much stronger than the others. It buried all the vines instead of just stopping them. Oh, shit. That is quite impressive. You guys didn't really come here to fight, did you? I don't know about Nastika, but we'd all just be wasted for nothing if we fight. You think any of us wanted to come inside your stronghold knowing we'd be at a disadvantage, being the intruders? We were told just our presence would suffice to create that threatening environment, you know? A warning to the Kanara that they'd also have to bleed should things go wrong, so to speak. It definitely isn't, Ravana. I can't imagine starting a war on enemy's territory with such a small army. Ravana wouldn't do that. We can't be so sure about that. War or not, Ravana will make it out of here alive. And we're nothing but a bunch of expendables. What are you saying? This is just the mass of Asura. This is what this grey bubble is. These grey text bubbles are just the mass of Asura. Well, considering you're second in command, I can definitely see that being a possibility. After all, she's your biggest headache. And who knows how you manage her internally, but we all know she's quite infamous. Your king is decent, but your second in command is such a mess. Too bad for you guys. Who is this? Because I don't feel like this is how Asura would speak. Like, they were speaking to... I'm confused as to who's speaking and what bubbles here. Don't you think that's an overstatement? It's not like your second in command holds an impeccable reputation. Or the grey bubbles Kanara, but then at the same time it didn't feel like they were Kanara. Maybe they were supposed to change colour, but Webtoon quality assurance didn't keep track of that.
Which clan lost half of their Nastika because their second and third in command couldn't get along, huh?
You know nothing about what happened, so watch your mouth. At least we don't sacrifice our kind for trivial reasons like a second in command does.
Regardless, Ravana never does anything that would hurt the clan as a whole.
Those are just nameless Sura from both clans talking. The coloured characters of the 5th stages, I think. Yeah, it's just strange, isn't it, that it was the same block of text, no distinguishment between whether it was Kinara or Asura speaking. Very strange. Seeing how thousands of Asura Sura were sacrificed in Kubera and Kubera, I now feel bad for these guys. I mean, there's a surplus of Asura, so the higher ups probably do just consider them as cannon fodder, don't they? As long as you're not throwing away 5th stages, you know, you can throw away whatever, because it was stated, wasn't it, that the Asura had an absolute like excess of children, right? They just had loads and loads of kids. So there's tons of Asura Rakshasa compared to some other clans.
The combined damage from all her actions doesn't even come close to the damage you've had from all of your internal conflicts.
The Kinara's a 5th stage that's even older than that. Kinara's 5th stage is even older than Shess. Fuck. Do we even know their name? They look cool. I like the black and white.
Enough, you two!
Whatever, please. Let there be a peaceful resolution.
But you're king, just let it be when your second in command takes upon herself to mobilize an army like this.
No, he's not okay with it. He's just become so lenient with Ravana when he's in his male form.
He scolds her, but that's about it.
And when he's in his female form, he goes into battle crazy mode.
I don't know why I made them sound like this, but they have.
And so he locks himself up to avoid harming others. He won't come out unless he deems it absolutely necessary. And that female time is right now. That's how Ravana was able to bring the army here.
Wait, look. I see a silhouette coming from out of that cliff shadow.
King Asa. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
You came sooner than expected. Was your frenzy brief this time? Asura!
Oh no. Season 3, episode 328, N20, 14.
Let go of me! Get off of me!
You need to calm down, Ravana, please. We came here to tie you, not to start a war against the Kinara. We need to stay legitimate so we can explain all this to Asura. You know how you don't. I know you don't like how things are going, but calm down and. No way! I can't leave like this. I can't. Shh, Ravana. Asura is here.
Ah, my Asura! Fucking Ravana. She's so fun. She's so much fun.
I guess it ended sooner this time. Did you come right away to make sure I was doing okay? Thank you, my love.
This is one of the funniest scenes in the entire show. It's fucking brilliant. I do love Ravana. Again, she's so the Asura are on the whole really, really fun. Like, they're just so much fun to be around.
Something about him feels a bit. He came in his female form. But Asura hardly ever comes out in his female form. And isn't something Ravana tries. And isn't seeing Ravana something he tries to avoid as best as he can when he's a female.
Yeah, he said he's holding it in for so long that he was afraid he might kill her if he met her in his female form.
Asura? Listen, I was tricked, actually. Come and do that bastard. Asura?
Oh, in front of all those Rakshasa. That's cold. Toksaka, that's so... That's really funny. Toksaka's comment, just stone face like, oh, now that's cold. The switch up to female form, to Panda to Asa, then immediately switch to the stronger form when he senses danger. It's very good.
He's had enough, you know. He's making a statement. That way, the Rakshasa won't join her next time she tries to act up like this. Next. Wasn't that loud enough? Next, Ravana.
He's summoning them all in. Replying to a message.
Come forward while I'm still talking to you nicely.
Slap so hard the head fell off. Astro doesn't mess around.
Or else I'll come and find you and let you experience what the most agonizing death feels like.
Female Asura don't mess around, huh? Female Asura don't fuck around.
Thank goodness Asura came before Ravana could turn this place into a mess. I was worried he might disregard what I told him since he was in his female form. Was Kamadu the one playing 4D chess this whole time?
Ooh, that's smooth. Motherfucker, that's kind of cold.
Oh, that aggressive female form everyone speaks of. But he looks the same to me.
Look at her. Getting beat up like hell and can't even talk back. That's what you get, Ravana.
He's completely different from his adult form. His tone, facial expressions, everything. I heard about Nastika segregating their roles in accordance with their physical appearances. Maybe that's why his character got fixated accordingly?
Alright, let's wait here for a bit and get out once the Asura leave.
Sure, thank you for bringing us to the secret passage. Not even God Vayu knew about it.
I told the whole clan was playing chess this arc. Woo! That's kind of tight.
Vayu does know, actually, but you can only exit through here. Anyway, I think we should check on our guy here in the meantime. Why aren't you talking?
I love how in the scans comedy says get wrecked. Very funny.
I don't see why he wouldn't talk. Are you having trouble speaking in the Sura language?
How about this? Can you at least hear it? Gudhara's poop is colourful. The Sura politics in this arc are quite fun.
I don't think you can even hear it. Why? We didn't use any items that could cause this. When we had him detained. Would this simply be a language issue?
Why? Do you think there's something more to it?
Well, I know he had the power to I knew he had to conceal his power, but not doing anything to that extent didn't seem like the Yuta I knew.
The fact you haven't noticed the gaping black hole on his chest? And what seems to be the issue? Tell me.
Oh, it's just he seems somewhat weaker, so I'm wondering if there's been any change in the magnitude of his power.
Well, his transcendental value seems higher than what it was before he got detained. Close to the level of a transcendental inclined 5th stage Rakshasa. No, it's more than that. Maybe a mid-level Nastika, maybe?
That high? I don't think it's much of an issue since he doesn't have that many transcendentals anyway.
By the way, colourful poop was something a lot of people had trouble understanding in Korean, even including Koreans. It is a weird statement.
But it's not just his transcendentals we need to worry about. That's the problem.
He'll resurrect if we kill him, so the only option left is to detain him again.
Later, though.
Later?
What I mean is, once we leave, we'll come back with no memory of this incident. That's when you should detain him. We'll be weaker too, so it'll be easier. I can't tell him that.
Because it's Kalapu in the original, so people thought Kamadu was talking about Kalavinka.
Oh, interesting. That's weird.
And we can't just go to the future in front of his eyes. That'll be an issue. I'll just have to wait and see until I see that one chance to leave, and that's not now.
Apparently it's an old children's joke. Correct to clarify in the blog post. Oh, hello, Piper. You going back to watch it? Just thought I'd say hi. I got an interview now. Oh, good luck to you. I hope the interview goes well. You've come at probably the worst possible time because I'm ending your stream in 5 minutes at the end of this chapter. So, well, you'll have a nice VOD to catch.
Later, as in after all the Asura leave?
Oh, of course. That's exactly what we're waiting here for.
Right.
You know, the best way to weaken his power without killing him would be to use the sword of dark silver.
Sword of dark silver?
Yeah, the one Garuda used to have.
Oh, I remember hearing about it from Utah. But doesn't that only veil the transcendental value rather than actually lowering it?
I guess you only know half of what it does.
What do you mean?
The sword used to be a single great sword before it was split into a symmetrical pair of twin swords. Yin and yang, huh? The sword of silver makes the transcendental value seem lower than what it really is, while the sword of darkness does the same to the vitality of the user, making the enemy drop their guard and allowing the user a chance to strike. It's fine, Piper, it doesn't matter. It's all good. I will indeed have a fantastic day. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope your interview goes well in an hour. Best of luck to you. But the sword of dark silver is the fusion of the two swords. And instead of just twisting the said values, it actually lowers them for real.
So you're saying the user becomes weaker in reality?
That's right. A powerful offensive skill gets added to the sword to make up for that weakening. But it wasn't worthy enough for Garuda to give up all his other transcendentals, and that's why he kept them split for the most part. And because it was hard to resist the urge to fuse them together, he only carried one or the other. We've seen both the dark and dark silver swords before. Do you remember seeing them? No, I don't. We saw Yuta carrying the silver sword as early as season 1. Wait, what? Wait, is that the sword you was carrying really early on? Ooh, okay. Now there's some spice. Okay. Because as a king, he couldn't afford to get weakened by that sword and let his entire clan suffer the consequences. Maruna gave it to him. Yeah, you thought the sword. Okay. And where is that sword now? I don't remember. Now, going by that same principle, if their king, Jatayu, that's making the Tiraka go rampant, wouldn't they get weaker if Jatayu had the sword? But we haven't seen it in season 3. Interesting.
You do have a point, but then we'd need to obtain both of the twin swords.
Aravada has the sword of darkness. The issue is the sword of silver. It was known to have been given to Maruna, but none of the Garuda that survived has seen him carry it. So far we've seen 3 times we're using the dark silver sword in flash forwards. Oh shit, really? But then, seeing how you know of its function when I mentioned it, I assume it's been passed from Maruna to Jatayu, right?
Right, but he doesn't have it anymore. It was taken away from him in place of the Sword of Return when he was fighting against Tarakan in 16.
And there we are. And there it is. The end of the chapter. There's a lot to chew on there at the end. Very, very nice. Well, I do hope you have all enjoyed the stream. I most certainly have. It's been a very fun one. So yeah, leave a like, comment, sub, notification bell, usual YouTube stuff. Trying to hit 1,000 subs within years. If you give me a solid, help me achieve that would be absolutely fantastic. Yeah. It's why the Hide of Bondage doesn't go after Yuta at first, since Yuta had a weaker value due to the sword. He gives it to Lise to get captured. I see. Makes sense.
Yes, yes, I remember now. I remember. Yes, yes, yes. But nonetheless, we'll be ending here. Do I have anything that I need to say before the end of the stream? I don't think so. Just praise Corey more in the blog. She explains how she gave replies to comedy to make him respected by readers. Interesting. That's cute. I like comedy. It seems pretty cool. She has put a lot of thought into the story. She really has. Again, Kubera is something that's very clearly planned out and set up in advance, right? Which is true, and we all know is true. But yeah, really good stuff. I don't think I've got anything I need to announce before the end of the stream. Obviously, Monday, Tower of God Season 1. I might stream Kubera on Wednesday, but I'm not sure. I might just record a video for Friday. So there might be a Kubera stream next week. There might not be. I'll play it by ear. But obviously, if I do one, I will schedule it about an hour and a half in advance, as I did with the one today. So you can keep an eye for that. And yeah, other than that, exercise, look after yourselves. Obviously, you know, you got to take care of yourselves. It's good. Exercise is good for both the body and mind. Alright, did you understand how the merge sword works? So basically, the merge sword seems to seal and weaken the user, but also give the user the ability to weaken the transcendental value of others. Permanently, from what I can see. So while having them fused, you can't use some of your transcendentals, and you're weaker, which if the king has it would affect the entire clan. But it also gives you the ability to weaken others as well, is if I'm getting that correctly. Right? Am I correct in that? I hope I am. It was used to transfer value of life force of the user engaged in attack proportional to how much was used. Okay, I see. Okay, right. Okay. Cool. Right. Cool. So, right, it seems like my misunderstanding is a common one. Okay, cool. Thank you. But yes, we'll leave it all here for today. I wish you all the best. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your days, evenings, afternoons, mornings, whatever time it is for you in the world. And with that away, I've been able to see you, have been you, and I hope you next time for another video stream, VOD, whatever the hell. Ta-ta. Fine.